What is up, my fellow Twebians? I am Logan, the Totally Epic Gamer, and welcome to the slowest speedrun expedition out there. This is Heart of the Wild. You know, I did not enjoy Heart of the Wild. I'll say that. It's not super fun, but let's go through it. So right away, start blasting the alpha, go on to the second wave, and here it's possible to find a good cold snap, but generally you won't find anything too crazy. See, I just get a couple before, save myself a couple bursts, nothing too nuts, end up not being able to kill him in transit, which was unfortunate. As you see here, I thought I had killed him right after. Cost me about 2 seconds, 3 seconds. The fastest I think you can do that is somewhere around 22, 23 seconds with perfect accuracy, but you know, not too bad. Here, there's actually something important. You do exactly 4 bursts, for me at least, and you run through this behemoth. Do not kill everything else there. You have a time trial coming up ahead of you. You know what that means. You're locked in for 2 minutes. There's no reason to kill those things, waste your time doing it. You just run right past them and get ready. Here, I try and hold on to my cold snap. That was a mistake. You just use your cold snap. You will generally have it back up for the next wave. Almost always do I have it up for the next wave. So feel free to use it at the beginning of most waves to make sure you get as much time in that circle as you can and the least amount of interruption. There, I throw down a blighted turret. There's going to be 2 venomous that spawn here and a brood mother that spawns right in front of me. Those 2 venomous generally won't enter your circle, but sometimes they will. I put down the blighted turret to make sure that they get distracted on the turret and don't think, oh, maybe I should walk into the circle. So I try and control them there, and then I turn around. Fairly simple. Nothing else is going to be jumping at me. There's no alphas on this stage, so it's fairly easy, and you just kind of clean it up. Here, it clips through the wall, of course, welcome to Outriders, and you wait for the next wave. I believe here I throw down the blighted turret in the exact same spot, and there is 1 alpha here. You can risk it and hope that the alpha gets, you know, tripped up on that blighted turret. But sometimes you'll just jump you anyways. It's actually not this one. This is the one with the behemoth. Very simple one. If you cannot let anything into the circle on this one because there's barely anything to let in. You've got a bunch of venomous and some maulers. Very simple. And then some guys up top. Honestly, not a big concern. But on this stage right here, where those 2 venomous have been coming out of that little cavern, an alpha will now join them, and that guy can get in your face very quickly. There's also gonna be 2 alphas that spawn here and a brood mother. You're gonna have a lot of flying targets, but farther than that, you're gonna have to worry about the spiderlings. They're very hard to locate in this grass. I barely see them on the red dot because the big gold badge thing covers most of it. It's not too big of a deal, but you try and shoot them as fast as you can. Just try and blast them, shoot into the grass knowing you're looking for spiderlings. It's going to help you a lot. They're very hard to locate otherwise. But that's pretty much it for the time trial. Here, I just sprint right out. And, you know, we're going to be moving into my favorite part. And why is it my favorite? Because this is the most rage-inducing part ever. Whenever I have a good run, I get the bugged Heart of the Wild where you can't move forward. Now, it's very 50-50. I would not recommend doing a lot of speedruns on Heart of the Wild. I think it's a waste of time because you could have a perfect run, get here, and get stumped. But I'll go through it because I didn't get a bugged run here and I just, you know, had a good time. I start off shooting right away, make sure I get to that second wave, and immediately go up left. The real reason I'm going up left here is because I have high ground over everybody. There's going to be a lot of crawler spawns. I start off with 1 and then I'm going to get 3 crawler spawns back to back. So it's best to stay up here, let everything pool into you when you have high ground and you have a lot of ability to, you know, pan over the view, and you'll have a much better position to run over Heart of the Wild. This is one of those sections where you can save a lot of time if you get a lot of good shots and don't let too many things group up behind you and spread out. Here we've got 3 crawlers. It's very easy if you play in the middle to get triple obliterating beamed and your run is over. Even if you didn't die, you just wasted so much time, and you're likely to get jumped on by the alphas right after. You're going to get hurt by the perfors right after. You will have a lot of things coming at you. You cannot stand in the middle. You must stand up here. If you stand in the middle and it works out great for you, fantastic, but your chance of ruining the run is very high. And the only thing that I would say here that I wish I had done better was move towards the gate a little bit sooner. I start moving towards the gate a little late. I could have been there quicker, and I could have transitioned in a much better way. Would have saved me about 5-10 seconds there, but of course 5-10 seconds here, 5-10 seconds there, it ends up adding up, and it's very important. Now, Heart of the Wild is not only just long because it's a big expedition, but mainly there's cutscenes that are going to eat into your time. You just kind of have to accept that that's going to happen, and you just move forward. As always, start shooting right as you see the enemy. You're going to save a lot of time by doing this, and the bushes in front of you, you can shoot through. I know you don't see me do it there. I'm focusing on this left side, and that's because I know that they're going to round the edge, and if I kill that far on the left, I can move to the left freely, and that's where I want to be. The bushes make it extremely difficult to see everything. Aim low and shoot through the bushes. You're going to have to do it. Most of the times you're going to be like, how are you seeing what you're looking at? I'm not. I'm looking at the mini-map and guessing where they are. That's why my accuracy is so god-awful, is I have to make a lot of guesses. There's a lot of things that pool in to make Heart of the Wild not a fun speedrun and a very difficult one on top of the bugs, on top of the foliage. It's just very tough. Here, I start moving towards the gate, get across the mound. I know a broodmother is going to spawn here, and I just kind of prepare myself to set up for it. Now, if I go a little bit more to the left, it is slightly better because you get a better pooling of the Perforas, but I found it wasn't too big of an advantage. If you start at the back, you will get the best pooling. However, you will have to transition to the front right away because you're very far from the gate, and if you get swamped, it's over. That broodmother hits you, that's it. You know, that whole time save you got from being at the back is over. So here, I like to go near the gate, stand real close, and just start blasting as they come into me. Unfortunate that I did not get that venomous. I really hard, looked at it for too long, and that cost me, and I wish I had just left it alone because it ended up being the last thing I ended up killing, and I could have just left it, but had a good positioning on the gate, so I wasn't too upset with it overall. And now we move into another section, and I sound like a whiny kid here. It's speedruns, I go as fast as I can, and it's just unfortunate because even though everybody's facing the same things, it feels like when you're in that mode, I want to go fast, you're getting stopped very continuously. And here, another stopping point, so we move forward. Although, the level looks amazing, it looks great, and I love the theme, it is a long level for sure. So if you're just, starting speedruns or you're looking for very fast things to get your legendaries, this is not the speedrun to do. I will almost always skip Heart of the Wild for, all the reasons I've listed. But moving into this next section, you kill the behemoth as fast as you can. He can be a run ruiner. He'll jump on you and he will get in your face. He does take very little damage. And here, you got to start killing those crawlers right away. You're going to see that I'm actually going to get hit by the crawler to my right. I thought I had him in a no line of sight area that he couldn't actually obliterate beat me, so I left him alone. I didn't shoot for him. But he ends up going right through the tree. I thought, you see there, I think that I'm, not visible. And he kind of like, threads the needle and just gets me right on the edge. I knew he was casting it. I just thought, no way he's shooting me through that tree, so I'll be a-okay. Didn't end up costing me too much because I had been clearing everything around me, but still unfortunate. And you see I'm actually rounding to the left again. Same reason as last time. It's an open area. I get high ground, and I can see things come at me instead of having to always search through the foliage. See here I'm looking for the Perfora. I can see that it's there. I'm just searching through the foliage. I can see a little bit of tops of the spiderlings, which I normally can't if they're above me. So that's why I really like this position here. And since we're on the final gate, I'm not worried about touching the next gate. I know I just have to make the kills. Now, it's going to go dark here. A lot of crawlers are going to spawn. A lot of spiderlings are going to spawn. I stand in this section too. If you get a really lucky crawler spawn, I believe they can spawn different sections, but I get a good job there, and it ends up being pretty easy to me. I know that I have one crawler in the distance. I don't believe it has line of sight on me, so I just clean up everything around me and make sure that I try and move through this as fast as I humanly can. And so here, spiderlings doing what they do. Very annoying. Not a huge fan of them. I don't believe they're on any other map. But they are extremely annoying to me at every stage. And there we go, just cleaning it up. I actually had a spiderling behind me, but as you can see, spiderling is not required to get to the end of Heart of the Wild there, so I just leave it alone. So overall, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's long. I wouldn't recommend it, but if you're looking for a really fast time or you want to set a world record, I believe this one doesn't have too many entries, so you have a really good shot at it. And if you guys have any comments, feel free to leave them below. Let me know what you thought. And as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.